But there was a big rig driver that got off the freeway there out of his cab and tried to help push one of these vehicles over to the shoulder. So it was blocked there temporarily. It's jammed from the East LA interchange. 101 southbound select from Hollywood Boulevard now toward the port level.
All right, Scott, correct me if I'm wrong here. Northbound side of the 605, they've had the right lane and the Whittier off-ramp still blocked from this earlier signal to where a person lost their life in this crash. The backup is still to the 91. Scott was over most of the morning. The southbound side of the 605 has been backed up to at least Ramona. And then on the 5 north, right around Garfield, we had another crash there, which is backed up the North 5 all the way to Rosecrans. So it's very, very heavy. And, in fact, the North 710 has been kind of miserable as well. People have been taking that. Lakewood Rosemead has been very tough for folks as well. I just got a call about a car that's got debris all over the roadway. Sounds like it might have spun out or smashed into the center divider. West 118, this is the northern end of the valley. West 118 at the 405. Let's go ahead and go to Will in Sky 2.
Well, now we got a big problem on the westbound side of the 210. This is at Baldwin. A crash or stall or something there blocking the fast lane. It's got traffic slammed all the way back from the 605.
All right, and the westbound 10 is no better there, at least west of the 605. It's very heavy heading into downtown. Visit your Southern California Acura dealers to experience their full line of luxury cars and SUVs, or find them online at SoCalAcuraDealers.com. Our next report at 8:55 with Southern California's most frequent traffic reports. I'm Jennifer York, KNX 1070 News Radio.
A lot of stuff happening around Southern California over the weekend. I was just noticing at the Grove tomorrow evening, and they've got the big Christmas celebration that's happening. Seth MacFarlane, Megan Trainor is going to be there, Kevin McPhee, all kinds of things going on. And the weather looks like it's going to be great. Let's check more on that as we head over to CBS 2 and say good morning to Evelyn Taft.
Good morning, Dick, and good morning, Vicki. A seriously beautiful day today and tomorrow as well for the festivities at the Grove. Sounds like an amazing day, but I will tell you, we have to watch out because we're still looking at red flag conditions. Red flag warnings in effect for the majority of the Southland through this evening. We're expecting windy, 30 to 40 mile per hour winds, dry, very dry conditions, single-digit relative humidities, and we're also talking very warm temperatures. So windy, warm, and dry is what we're trying to get at. 70s and 80s for today, still keeping temperatures above average tomorrow with a cold start in the morning. And then by Sunday, we're actually expecting increasing cloud cover, a chance of rain potentially. Best chance to our north, but we are eyeing a slight chance here at home through Monday, and then drying out, warming up for the remainder of the work week. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecasts, I'm CBS 2 meteorologist Evelyn Taft, KNX 1070 News Radio.
It's 8:48 at KNX, and people who believe breaking up the Long Beach breakwater to bring back the waves is a swell idea will finally learn whether it can be done.
Supporters say it'll bring more visitors, help clear out storm pollution. Opponents fear it could already make flood-prone areas more vulnerable. Long Beach Mayor Robert Garcia tells me the Army Corps of Engineers has now agreed to take a comprehensive look at all possibilities.
A big part of the study is to ensure that no damage is caused to any homes on the coast in the peninsula, or of course the Port of Long Beach. That will all be part of it.
Before the breakwater was built in the 1940s, Long Beach actually hosted a surfing championship.
So looking at the SoCal Honda traffic cam from the 5 to about Melrose, and then it's busy again from Woodman, kind of off and on as you head into Calabasas. This report brought to you by the California Lottery. Now that the Mega Millions jackpot is $200 million, you've got 200 million reasons to play. Drawings are every Tuesday and Friday. Mega Millions from the California Lottery. Imagine what a buck could do. Play today. Metro Traffic, I'm Tony Jordan, 1043 My FM.
Hot Hollywood gossip.
Jill has a gossip. Jill, what's going on?
Adele's song Hello is about old relationships, and a poll was done to see how much the lyrics really impact our lives. More than 41,000 people were asked if Hello inspired them to repair a broken relationship. 64% of women said yes, and guys, 17% said yes. And The Guardian did some research and found that the 4 guys in One Direction earned a total of £45 million last year, which is about $80 million.
Okay.
And as a result, they paid more than $15 million in taxes. So this story came out saying, like, even though fans are so upset that they're going to be taking this break soon, Britain's tax system is going to suffer because they paid $15 million in taxes last year.
Okay.
So that's from The Guardian. And since I talked about One Direction, I'm going to talk about Justin Bieber since both of their albums. He's going to perform at the Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City on Thanksgiving morning.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm Jill with your Hot Hollywood gossip.
And he's at Staples tonight, right? I believe so.
Yes, he is, yeah. I'm Jill with your... Did I say it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Threw me off. Sorry. Okay.
It's Friday. Hey, Kaylin, I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Me too. I'm excited for me too.
Kaylin's first day at Disneyland working as a caroler is today.
Cool. Oh, that sounds like such a fun job.
I know. I'm really excited. We had a rehearsal overnight at Disney a couple days ago, and it went really well. I'm really excited for it.
Well, how much singing is that in a given day?
How much singing? Well, I'm starting at 11 o'clock, and that's going till about 6:30.
Wow.
So a good amount of singing, but we do have a breaks in the middle. So we sing for a 20-minute set, then we take a break, and then go back for another 20-minute set until we do the tree lighting ceremony at the end of the day.
Do you have any lead parts? Are you taking lead on any of the songs?
Well, yes, there's one song. It's Christmas Waltz. I sing the solo at the very beginning.
Well, I think, might I be so bold? I think it's time for you to sing.
No!
Yes, yes, you must sing.
You can't call us and talk about singing and not sing.
Yes, you got to do it right now. Put everybody in the Christmas spirit.
Well, it's worked over the phone, so, like, no judging.
No judging. Go ahead. Yeah.
Candles are leaving inside, painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with leaves. Sing for you and for me. So that's the solo.
Hey, that's really great.
I have tears in my eyes. Why am I crying?
Oh, that's why I hired her.
Why do you have tears in your eyes? No, that was really good.
That was great.
Jill's getting really emo in the room here.
Why am I
I
crying?
don't know why you're crying.
That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Jill, you're not.
No, I'm not.
All right.
No, I love Christmas.
Okay, she loves Christmas. Kaylin, congratulations. Hey, Coast.
Thank you so much.
Hello, it's me.
Hi. You don't have to go to all of them. If you want to, you can try. But again, you're going to want to get your tickets quickly at 10 a.m. New Politics, my wife will definitely want to go to.
Okay.
They're awesome. They're so much fun. They do a bunch of different songs, like cover songs. It's just a big party, really.
Great guys, too.
What was that song that for a while there was kind of the anthem of our show?
Yes, that's the one.
It's when we declared that we were all in.
Right.
Yes.
We were just going to ignore everything that management, all this like
show killer stuff.
negativity from management and all the hard, time they were giving us.
That was my introduction to that band from you, actually.
It's Everywhere I Go.
Right.
That was the name of that song.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah. I forget why exactly people were assigning this to be like our anthem. I mean, it's a fight song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but New Politics, part of the Ultimate December to Remember. They're going to be with the band called New Beat Fun at the El Rey on December 8th. Get your tickets 10 a.m. this morning. Presented by our sponsor, the Link Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. It's all 98.7. I felt like
And we're on the verge of a series of tragedies when the cold, wet winter storms come along with thousands of people on the street.
All right, particularly with the El Nino coming, a lot of people have been talking about that, but you don't see anything moving forward at City Hall, apart from that declaration as you referred to it. Those are words, and you don't see action.
Thus far, we have words, and those words, in fact, don't yet amount to anything like a legal declaration of emergency.
All right, Gary Blasey there, a longtime LA homeless advocate, and of course, more on the Paulie Perrette story as we move on KNX 10 Saturday.
8:54 KNX. We're going to check your Valley freeways and that SIG alert on the 605 in Whittier coming up in 60 seconds.
So this Angels trade getting really scrutinized. Here's Chris Madsen.
The Halos dealt popular shortstop Eric Ibar to the Braves for shortstop Andrelton Simmons, a two-time Gold Glove winner. But many Angel fans are asking why. MLB.com Angels reporter Alden Gonzalez, that is, tries to fill in the blanks.
Eric Ibar was going to be a free agent at the end of the season, and he was going to be 32 when he hits the market. He didn't really have any interest in taking some sort of hometown discount. So it seemed like Billy Everett just felt like he needed to address this moving forward. So now he has a guy in Andrelton Simmons who you could argue he's the best defensive player in all of baseball at any position. And they got somebody who's affordable for a long time now.
Yeah, but could the Angels afford to part company with their two top pitching prospects? Because that is exactly what they did by throwing Sean Newcomb and Chris Ellis into the deal. Here's the deal for the Kings. They're in first place this morning after topping the Islanders 2-1. However, the bruised and battered Clippers took another beating, this time at the hands of the Suns, 118-104. We update sports every 30 minutes. I'm Chris Madsen, KNX 1070 News Radio.
It's 8:55. Your traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you now by Bob Smith BMW. And here is Jennifer York.
All right, we're going to look at some of the Valley commutes. So let's go to Will in Sky 1. He's been over the 134.
Yeah, it's very slow from the 2 as you head westbound on that 134 as you get over past the 5. Then it does open up. We have reports of something around Buena Vista, but actually traffic through the Burbank area looking pretty good on the 134.
All right, let's go ahead and go to Scott in Sky 1. Scotty.
Looking at the 405 out of the valley, it's slowed through about Victory Boulevard, leaving Sherman Way. From that point, heavy into the Sepulveda Pass.
All right, 605 still trying to get this lane opened up north. 605 at Whittier. Got the right lane still blocked. The Whittier off block. The backup remains from the 91. It's not getting any better. And the southbound side of the 605 is tough from the 10 freeway. Our next report, 905, with Southern California's most frequent traffic reports. I'm Jennifer York, KNX 1070 News Radio.
The temps are going to be in the low 80s downtown later on today under sunny skies. Still windy. You heard that from Evelyn just a moment ago, 15 to 25 later on today. Clear skies tonight, mid-50s. High tomorrow should be in the 70s under mostly sunny skies. Right now, downtown Los Angeles has 68 degrees.
Baby's been found dead in a dumpster in Hawthorne. John Barrett on the story. We'll hear more from him coming up. And a plan to trade rail for water. All in minutes. It's 8:57.
MSRP 35,345, 36-month term, 10,000 miles allowance, 20 cents per mile over. 42042 at siding. See dealer for details.
Right now, lease a 2015 BMW 320i from Bob Smith for just $279 a month. Make sure your BMW story begins at Bob Smith BMW in Calabasas. Online at bobsmithbmw.com.
Connected is how you get through your drive to and from work. But what if something big happens while you're at your desk? Listen live anywhere at cbsla.com or download the radio.com app and listen on your smartphone for news that matters to you. Depend on us. Anywhere. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Cars for kids. KARS Cars for kids. 1877 Cars for kids. Donate your car today.
What?
Down the park, and the only people who can get in, it's like 5,000 people total that end up being in the park thereabouts, maybe 6,000. But considering there's 10 times that on a day where it's at capacity, lines are pretty short.
Yeah. Very short.
Yeah, so you can win your way into the private Disneyland party coming up after the break here on The Woody Show.
Coming up after the Woody Show. 2 hours non-stop. All 98.7 music from 10 to noon.
Your Southern California Toyota dealer is the founding sponsor of The Woody Show.
Hello.
Another text coming in over to 22987. This one from the 714. It says, just got me a new Camry yesterday.
All right.
And they say, these seat warmers are clutch, though.
It's getting colder, man. I've been using mine.
No, this morning was a lot warmer than it's been the last few mornings.
True. The last 3 days.
I feel like I need to upgrade because my Camry doesn't warm my buns.
It doesn't?
What? No.
You don't have seat warmers?
I don't.
I thought you had like everything. I thought it was fully loaded, like you on a Friday night.
I can't warm my buns in there.
Oh,
See, I've never even seen what you have, Woody, in your Highlander.
The cooling seats,
Seat coolers.
Oh,
How does that work?
I mean, I've had cars before that had the warming seats. I've never used the seat warmers. I have tried those cooling seats, though.
That's what I want.
They're awesome, man. What it does is basically just blows like some of the air conditioning, like cool air, through. It's like a perforated surface of the
Like
seat.
little holes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and it cools your buns. And your legs, the back, so like your thighs. Oh my God.
They think of everything at Toyota.
They do. Toyota, they got vehicles for whatever you're looking for. Fuel efficient, great. Camry, Corolla, Prius. You want something that you can tow a jet ski or a boat, you can go with the 4Runner or the Sequoia or a Tundra, a pickup truck.
Yeah. They all last forever.
Toyota. Your Southern California Toyota dealer is the founding sponsor of The Woody Show. We make it easy.
You're running out of time to save on the remaining 2015 new Nissans at Stadium Nissan in Orange. Right now, enjoy Black Friday pricing all month long at the Black November sales event. No need to wait. The best deals are now on every remaining 2015 Nissans in stock. Shop 24/7 online at stadiumnissaноc.com. Looking for a low monthly payment? Maybe cash back is what you want. It's all available on the remaining 2015s in stock. New Altimas, Rogues, even Pathfinders and Maximas. Hurry in. The sale ends November 30th. Stadium Nissan. Simply better.
This is Gwen Stefani. My new song, Used to Love You. KBRG, Los Angeles.
Movies, Move Horizon.
104.3, My FM.
App free today.
Some of the food we eat. CBS's Barry Bagnatto has details from Washington.
It's an alarming figure. 48 million Americans get sick from foodborne illnesses every year. Now the FDA is implementing rules aimed at minimizing contamination of produce in the growing and harvesting process, ensuring workers use proper hygiene, for instance, and that irrigation water is regularly tested. Deputy Commissioner Michael Taylor says the standards also cover fruits and vegetables grown overseas.
This is the first time the produce sector and food importers have fallen directly under FDA regulation.
Barry Bagnatto, CBS News, Washington.
Overseas, it's thought a U.S. drone strike in Syria killed the ISIS figure known as Jihadi John, the masked man seen in ISIS videos beheading Western hostages. Colonel Steve Warren is a military spokesman in Baghdad.
We are reasonably certain that we killed the target that we intended to kill, which is Jihadi John.
British Prime Minister David Cameron said if the death is confirmed, it's a strike at the heart of ISIS. In northern Iraq, Kurdish forces are sweeping through a city that had been a strategic ISIS stronghold for months. Secretary of State Kerry says it's still too soon to claim total victory.
There are some entrenched ISIL fighters in Sinjar, but we are absolutely confident that over the next days, Sinjar will be able to be liberated.
And just over the border in northern Syria, a coalition of groups took control of a city that had been held by ISIS. The uniformed Secret Service officer charged with trying to solicit sex from a teenage girl has waived his right to a preliminary court hearing. 37-year-old Lee Robert Moore is accused of sending images to what was instead a police detective. He's been placed on administrative leave. Indianapolis police say they're working overtime to try to solve the shooting death of a pregnant pastor's wife. Amanda Blackburn was shot in the head, and police captain Craig Converse says it happened during a robbery at her home.
Got a lot of tired detectives, a lot of angry detectives. Got a great community. I mean, I've never seen so many people rally.
In Austin, Texas, the death by snake case of an 18-year-old pet shop worker in July has been ruled a suicide. Police say Grant Thompson had multiple cobra bites, and the coroner found no evidence he tried to pull away from the snake. A new CDC report puts the number of children diagnosed with some form of autism at 1 in 45. Michael Rosenoff is with the advocacy group Autism Speaks.
It's really time to look beyond these numbers and start thinking about whether or not children with autism are accessing the services they need and how we can improve access to those services.
From the National Zoo in Washington, word the panda cub born in August has taken his first steps. The cub weighs just under 12 pounds and is now responding to sounds. The Dow is down 105. This is CBS News.
This is KNX 1070 News Radio. Good morning, I'm Dick Hilton.
And I'm Vicki Moore. Here's what's happening at 9:03. Actress Polly Perrette was attacked outside her Hollywood Hills home. KNX 1070's Pete Demetrio begins our in-depth team coverage.
Perrette was walking from her home to a guest house she bought. She was going to meet with an architect, and all of a sudden, out of the brush, a homeless man came out, grabbed her by the arm, beat her on the head and in the body, saying his name was William and he was going to kill her, and told her that several times. Perrette kept her head, told her he had a nephew named William, and apparently the man, after a few minutes, decided to simply walk away, telling her profanely to leave the area. Perrette used her cell phone, called a friend who came down to help her. She sketched a drawing of the man, and then the friend saw that man down the street. Police arrested him at Yucca and Cahuenga, and Perrette later identified him as the man who assaulted her. That man's now in Twin Towers jail. He's David Merck. He's 45 years old, and apparently he's been booked on charges of felony battery. Bail's $100,000. It's rather ironic that Perrette was attacked by a transient man. She's long been an advocate for treatment and better care of the homeless. Live in the Hollywood Hills, I'm Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
For an actress who stars in a crime show, Perrette says it all became instantly too authentic for her.
Perrette calls herself a news junkie. She studies crime and helps an actress understand and prepare for her roles. But now she says it's all too real.
Feeling in that moment where you're just a pedestrian, happy walking around, and you get snatched off the street. I have watched a million cases. I've played them on television. For it to happen to you, I'm unfortunately a part of a club that I know exactly what it feels like, because that guy was just a guy walking past me on the sidewalk.
Perrette speaking on KTLA.
She added she's been an advocate for the homeless and will continue to be despite this life-changing incident. Bob Brill, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier talked this morning with Barrett. He told us, she says, despite almost being killed, she has compassion for her attacker.
Paulie said he needs help. He doesn't need to be imprisoned. I don't want him to be hurt. I just want people like him to get help, and that shows us who she is.
You can see Frazier's interview with Barrett on Entertainment Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2. It's 9:05 on KNX. Baby's body found in a dumpster. More on that coming up in 2 minutes.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s with Jennifer York.
Okay, we just got off the phone with a man telling me about a stalled box truck, South 5, at Glendale Boulevard there, well, a little bit south of Los Feliz. It's making for a tough drive. It's in the middle lanes there, and it's backing things up to the 134. Westbound side of the 134. I had a woman call me earlier and say, what is up with this freeway? We didn't really have anything reported that was in lanes. There might have been something earlier, but I got to say, I agree with her. It's just really slammed coming out of Pasadena, basically, for that